Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Now and Next. Like you already know, my name is Anton and I'm the production lead here at Venturely. I heard that one of my closest friends is going to appear on this episode eventually, so I had to tell my team that I'm going to appear on this episode as a host because we're interviewing none other than.
Alex Sawyer.
All right, so it's good meeting you because, well, who are you?
Well,
What do you do for a living?
my name is Alex Sawyer. I'm mixed Vietnamese, mixed British. I'm 17 years old, and this year I'm driving in F4 for Evans GP.
F4, wow. And I heard that Frecka, what's the difference between Frecka and F4?
So for Frecka, the cars are bigger. They make about 100 more horsepower, and they also have more downforce compared to F4 cars.
But is it as competitive as F3?
I would say the level of competition is actually a little bit more than F3 because you have a lot more younger drivers and a lot more competitive, like a lot more of a competitive field coming from more F4 categories coming into one series, so yeah.
What moment in your life did you begin to spark an interest for racing, per se?
So racing, my dad actually took me to one of the F1 races in Singapore. I think it was the one 2014.
2014? How old were you back in?
I think I was like, what? So yeah, that was the first time I've seen F1 cars in the wild, and it
Wow.
was actually like pretty good. It was in the V8 era, where the engines were like just crazy.
And like what impact did seeing an F1 car in real life as a kid meant to you,
I mean,
or like impacted you?
being there at the race, like you just get like the raw emotion and like passion and like all like the sensory things, like the sound and the smell. And that's like that just really piqued my interest.
Wow.
So yeah.
And what did you do later in life to really push that interest for racing?
Well, actually, like after that, I never like the thought of being a racing driver actually never really crossed my mind.
Oh.
I never thought I'd be where I am now back then, because I've only seen it as like a entertainment thing. But it only started when I first went out to the go-kart track after someone asked me to go out there because he thought I was really good on the simulator.
What simulator? Could you expand on that?
It was just like a simulator for the F1 games.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Yeah. He just like
Like-
I was pretty good on it.
Those simulators, like those games you see on PlayStation 4?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, like the ones with the steering wheel?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
exactly,
yeah. Oh, yeah, I played that before.
Yeah. So I just went out to Dynam and I just tried it a few times and I just realized I was like actually pretty decent at it.
Pretty decent.
Yeah.
Dynam, isn't? And I'm assuming that's where you went to practice in your early days of go-karting.
Yeah. So from 2019 to 2021, I was there, like just like as a fun weekend hobby thing with my dad. But then afterwards, it got like more and more serious.
Like what do you mean? Like, how did it get serious? Like, did your dad saw prospect in you racing?
Well, yeah, and then I went to. I actually was there with another kid, a Vietnamese kid called Doug.
Oh,
So his dad asked me to go out to Thailand to race with him, like in actual like professional competitions, and yeah, we did pretty well. And then from that, we went to Europe to do European karting. So that's how it sort of escalated.
European karting. Wait, so eventually you had to practice your go-karting skills outside the country.
Yeah, with like the much higher level of competition.
But that is one like super expensive hobby though. Like I feel like if my parents ever took me go-karting, it would just be what they call a once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Because I went go-karting at Dynam once and I haven't been back there ever since.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, like you say, it is a pretty expensive hobby, but
Yeah.
like thankfully it wasn't that bad because, well, there were like a lot of people helping at the time.
So essentially you just started to like your family as a whole just started to focus on you racing because they just thought that you were good. Like that was the main reason.
Yeah.
Wow. Like like you didn't have any like did you start slow at first, or did you just went all in from what you've experienced from virtual racing?
Yeah, it was pretty much like natural, like all
Wow.
in, like just from instinct. So I was pretty decent from the get-go.
Wow, yeah. And to get to where you're now, I'm assuming that you can't just well be on the racetrack 24/7 to practice your skills. Are there anything else that you have to train in order to get to where you're at right now?
Yeah, like moving into from go-karts to Formula cars, it requires a lot more strength with the steering wheel, because those cars you don't have power steering like you do with the normal road cars, so it requires a lot more strength through the arms and also with the neck, especially
Neck?
because you're taking like corners at much higher speed than what you would do in a go-kart.
Like higher speed, so when you make a turn, like there's a lot of G-force being applied on your
Yeah,
neck.
yeah, exactly.
And what would happen if your neck isn't strong enough and there's any
You just get very tired.
tired?
With like, you do the training, so then it puts less of an emphasis. It takes up less like brain power while you're driving. So like you don't have to be worried about being tired while you're driving. So then you can focus a lot more on the driving aspect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So when you're racing, it's essentially like a full body workout.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you sweat a lot.
Oh,
When I was
didn't know
in Thailand last week, I think before and after the race, I lost about 3 kilos
that. What?
just from sweat. Yeah.
Just from sweat?
Yeah.
I mean, like you're racing at high speeds, right? So I assume those
Yeah.
wasn't as uncomfortable.
Yeah, and also the weather, like Thailand is like pretty
Oh,
humid.
yeah, it's humid and hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Sentimental now, because well, how old are you currently?
so this year right now I'm F17, but I turn 18 in November.
I'm curious, what's going in your mind whenever you're forced to balance your racing career with your academics?
I mean, I try not to mix the two so much. Like when I'm racing, I try to only focus on racing. But when I'm in school, I only try to focus on school. Like the one does take from the other.
And which one is it that takes?
It's like mostly it's the like the
School?
racing
The
taking
racing?
away from the school. But the racing is like a bigger commitment for me, at least. Yeah.
But then it does take less of your time, right?
It takes less of my time, but I honestly don't see myself doing anything else other than racing in the future.
Yeah, I understand. Do you think the sacrifices you made from your academics is going to impose like a detrimental threat to your future?
Maybe, like I would say yes. It's definitely not a possibility, but it's yeah. But honestly, like I said, I don't really see myself doing anything else in. I always see myself in the future being in motorsports, at least, like,
Okay,
within
fine.
like the circle.
That's fair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then at the same time, like I'm still quite surprised that you're not a failing student for most subjects. Why do you think that's the case?
I mean, some people said it's down to my natural intellect,
Okay.
but I don't think so. I don't know. It's just I don't really put so much time into like revising or any time at all.
Yeah.
But I think during the lesson I am like paying attention and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Like,
that.
I do a lot of learning in the class.
Oh, yeah, because like there are times in our physics class where I'm completely zoned out,
Yeah.
and our teacher gives us a question, and you're the person who would guide me through those questions from time to time.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes, but it does hurt my ego a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to move on to the next, to how you're going to proceed with the endeavors of the next chapters of your career in
Okay.
the next component of this episode. In this section of the episode, we're going to discuss about how you're going to proceed with what you're going to do now that you decided to stick with go-karting alongside your academics for the time being. So, would you say that you're quite a famous person? You're a popular kid.
Famous, I'd say, it's a bit far. It's a bit of a big label, but I'd say I'm more well known.
Well, like well known in school.
In school,
Yeah, like, do you think you're the popular kid?
popular, not really, no. But I'm well known. Like,
I
I'd say
mean-
everyone, like, a lot of people know me.
I mean, just judging by these past experiences, like, weren't you voted as the most likely person to become famous for prom, and you even have your own Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that definitely does help
Uh-huh.
with like the being famous, but I wouldn't say I'm there yet. But there have been a couple times I've been recognized, not in the streets, but like at racing events when I'm not driving.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is cool.
Well, yeah, and well, since you're already having a foundation of being quite adequately well known by a handful of people, do you think you're on a path to become a celebrity?
If it keeps going the way it is, maybe.
Maybe.
I'd say I'd be more like a humble celebrity.
So,
Yeah. I'm not so big on social media.
but you do have a social media page,
I do. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
and is it managed by you, or do you have a team behind it?
I do it myself on Instagram, but I have a team that does it for me on Facebook and TikTok and all that.
And what country do you race under?
I race under the Vietnamese flag.
The Vietnamese flag?
Yeah,
And you hold a Vietnamese passport?
I do.
Okay.
I hold a Vietnamese and British passport.
A Vietnamese and a British passport. But so, well, like, this can be confusing for most people. You race under the Vietnamese flag, but then on the screens we see the Vietnamese flag and Alex Sawyer.
Yeah. Sometimes they do use my English name, but most of the time in like larger series, like in Frecka, they did use my Vietnamese name.
Oh, so you also do have a Vietnamese name?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
It's my Vietnamese name is Hoang Dat.
Hoan Dat
Yeah.
Sawyer?
Yeah.
Hoan Dat Sawyer. Oh, so, right. So what's your opinions on it? Like, do you think it's acceptable for a person to compete for a country's team despite not sharing the same bloodline as the spectators, like the fans?
I would say so. Like, there's been a lot of cases, even F1, like Alex Albon.
Oh, yeah.
He's Thai, or he competes under a Thai flag,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also like half British.
Oh, and he looks like a British. So
Or he looks more Western than most Thais.
yeah, and do you think most people could tell that you have a hint of being Vietnamese just by looking at you?
Well, like, honestly, when I go to Europe, a lot of people see that I'm more Asian,
Oh,
but when I'm in
That's
Asia, it's like the other way around.
yeah, like I'm sorry to say this, but
Yeah.
it's hard for me to see like a hint of you being Asian just
Yeah.
by looking at your face.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's usually the case.
yeah. So like you think it's perfectly fine for you to race under the Vietnamese flag? Like, well, why not British?
I feel more connected to Vietnam. I mean, because I was born here and I've only lived here. I haven't like lived anywhere else apart from Vietnam. So this is like the place that I feel most connected to, which is why I chose to compete under the Vietnamese flag.
Have you ever spoken in Viet whenever you're on a podium stage before?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, like they haven't asked any questions or asked me to speak in Viet
Yeah.
on a podium, but I think it's still coming.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, we're going to wrap up this video with your last question.
Okay.
Would you say that you're quite a special case for a lot of people? Like, well, in school, they seem to pay a lot of attention to you because of how you're so on and off about school, and they know that you have a valid reason to not go to school as often because you have an entire career,
Yeah.
an entire career ahead of you. So, what is your advice for those your age who are going through the same dilemma of balancing their schoolwork with their schoolwork with their racing career, or or any career that's outside of school?
I think you have to like really sit down and make a decision on whether you want to do it or not. Like how much you want to pursue in that passion, like whatever it is, like athletics or something else outside of school. But once you really do make that decision, like whether you do want to do it, like me, then it gets to a point where you have to just put everything into it, or just about everything.
So you can't really balance it out, you're saying?
Yeah, because it
Ooh.
takes, because it like has a bit of an effect both ways.
Mhm.
Like you can't really perform to the max level in both regards if you try to like do a balancing act, because it's just impossible.
Wow. And well, to be more explicit, how would a person going through your shoes really know when to decide that?
Ooh, it's because I made the decision
Hmm.
at the beginning of the year, like before any of this like recent success came around. But I think because of that, it's just helped me a lot to put like a lot more focus on the racing, and because of that, I've been more successful. But to make that decision ultimately comes down to like realizing like how much you really want it.
How much you really want it. But I would also argue that it's also because you're also better at racing than your academics. So
Yeah.
not only do you want to pursue with your dreams, you also want to continue with what you're good at and not have school really stunt your way and hinder you from mastering your skills in racing.
Yeah, I
Right.
would say if I were to do it again, I would just choose that like option every single time.
And how could we keep up with what you're doing?
You can follow me on Instagram at AlexSora1.
So,
I'm sure they'll put it somewhere.
yeah,
But you
got
can also watch on the Lamborghini Super Trofeo YouTube.
And that sums up what we have for this episode. We hope that we've provided food for thought for what it means to become an aspiring racing driver.
And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button for future videos.
Hell yeah.